Hi, welcome back. In this section, we'll look into conditional statements and loop statements. Conditionals and loops are like a backbone of any programming language. But in Python, these are written slightly differently compared to other languages like C, C++, and Java. First, we'll start with the if statement and then we'll take it from there. Simple if statement. Let us create a variable x equal to 10 and another variable y equal to let us say 20, and let us write a if statement. If statement starts with the if keyword and then condition. We can say x less than y and put a colon, and next followed with the if statements, whatever the code you want to execute with the if statement. I'll say print x is less than y. A simple if statement. When we want to print that statement x is less than y only if it is x is less than, only if this condition is true. Okay, then after the if, let us just print a done statement. This is done. So those are that is the if state. This is the if statement. It starts with a keyword if and followed with a condition, and that is followed with a colon, and these are the statements within the if block. This is the if block, and if I execute this one, I get two statements because x is less than y, 10 is less than 20. We get so this is executed, and we got two lines. One is x is less than y, the other one is done. Okay, suppose if I increase this by 200 and if I execute this one, then I get only done, because this part is not executed because this condition is false. X is x less than y, that condition is false. That's why it just skipped all the complete x block. Right now, of course, here there is only one statement, but if there are more than one statement, all the statements will be skipped. It went to the next statement. Let us see the code indentation. Python does not use curly brackets. Blocks of code are written using indentation. This is one big peculiarity with Python. Most of the other languages use curly brackets. You can use, of course, you can use any number of spaces here, but at least you have to use one space. We have to use at least one space for this statement to be properly executed. Let us put back to 10, and then we get two statements. And the other thing is because it has only one line of code, we can put along with the colon, we can put it right here because it is only one line. If it is more than one line, you have to put it in the next line, and all the lines have to be indented with the same indentation. Normally people use about 4 spaces for this indentation. That is more like an industry standard, but you can use any number of spaces at least, but you have to use at least one space. Let us create few more lines for this code. I'll say print x equal to, and then I'll say print x. I want to print x and y here. Y. Yeah, let me say. Then print y. So right now I have 3 lines of code, and all the lines have to be indented in the same indentation. So if I execute this one, I got 3 lines. X has 10, y has 20, and x is less than y, and that is done. Suppose if I increase this to 100, I got only done, because this block, this is, we call it as if block. This whole block of code is skipped. because this condition is false, this whole block is skipped. Okay, that is about if statement. Let us see if else statement. We can add an else statement here. Let us say, for example, here we can add else. Else is again another block of code. Let me copy this one. I'll copy this one, and here I'll say x is not less than y, and right now x is 100 and y is 20. Let me execute this one. This is the output. X is 100, which is 100, y is 20, and x is not less than y. Because this condition is false, it is going to else part. It is executing this part. So either it will execute this part or this part. Basically, that is the structure of that is how if else works. So if else is also like a block of code, is almost like a if statement, but without any condition. If this condition is false, then it will jump into else part and execute all these statements under that else, under the else. Okay, that is how we have to write the else. Let us recap. In this class, we learned how to write an if statement, and then we also learned how to write a if else statement, and also is how to write blocks of code by using indentation. And in Python, it is the indentation is not with the curly brackets. It is done by using indentation. Okay, we'll stop here, and we'll meet in the next class. In the next class, we'll see what is this elif statement. Okay, thanks.